afternoon, my little Jackie Cafe fans. Today's video is about yellow spaghetti squash flowers, how you can deep fry them. So I just wanted to be able to show you guys how to utilize your entire plant. While we wait for the zucchinis to grow, I am going to deep fry these flowers with prosciutto, mozzarella, feta cheese, and I'm going to make up the batter with some mint leaves from my garden. So yeah, I take everything in house and just kind of rinse everything off and get the critters out, and let's get into how we're going to make it. So let's get started. I'm just going to take some paper towels and put those down so that when I rinse off the flowers, we can just put them right on the napkin. So I'm going to be a little gentle with these. When you rinse them off, I rinse them off in gentle water so that you don't rip them and tear them, because they are very delicate. And I'm rinsing them off with cold water, because cold water will help them to freeze up just a little bit while you rinse the ants off and rinse that pollen out of there and stuff like that. So listen guys, when you go to pick your zucchini flowers, pick them early in the morning while they're open. When they're open, it makes it easier to kind of clean them out and stuff them well. And make sure that you're not picking too many of the females and leave some of the males, because you want your zucchini to still continue to grow. So you need to leave some males and some females to keep the pollination process going. So yeah, I'm rinsing off these last few ones. Not all of them are going to be pretty perfect, so yeah, this is what we got, and I'm just gonna gently dry them off with another paper towel. Isn't this cute, y'all? They're not gonna look like this, of course, when I get finished frying them. Not gonna look like the flowers that they are now. So I'm gonna take one egg. You don't need a whole lot, and you don't have to use Fiji water. You can use any kind of water. You can use spritzer water or whatever. I just happen to be drinking this at the time and I just love Fiji water. So but you can use regular tap water too. You don't have to be super fancy. I'm a little bougie sometimes, don't judge me. But so it depends on how many flowers you have that you want to make up the batter mix with, so you don't need a whole lot of water. You don't need I'm not a measuring chef, so don't judge me. I'm putting a little bit of garlic in there. No, I don't have fresh garlic from my garden yet, but I plan on making some of that this fall. So we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. I don't have any fresh Parmesan cheese, so this will have to do. And we're just going to stir and combine and make sure that everything is copacetic. I haven't used that word in a long time. But just blend everything really, really well so that when you add your mints, I really dice these up really, really good, guys. You want to just cut them up as small as you can, and just mix away. And now I'm going to add my flour. Yes, you can use all-purpose flour, or you can use the bougie kind that I got from Whole Foods. What'd I tell y'all about judging me? Yes, so this is going to give it the spruce that you want. That mint from my garden, woo! I'm telling you, baby, I be on a roll. That is actually sweet mint, so it's not as strong as some would have it. So okay, so now I'm just going to take a little teaspoon of baking powder, to just give it that extra fluff. So when I fry it, you can get that puff up, that crispy kind of, like you doing a bread. Yeah, this is going to be good. And this batter can also be fried. I'm going to show you how I fry the batter as well. I'm going to use a little bit of Rice Krispie cereal and Plankos to give it an extra crisp. You know, you don't have to use a whole lot. Rice Krispie cereal don't taste like nothing, of course. You know, so I just crumbled up a little bit of it and, you know. This is the mozzarella cheese that I'm using. It has herbs in it already. And I'm going to use the Mediterranean herbs feta cheese. This is Mediterranean. I love this because it has the herbs in it too. So, yeah. This is good stuff. And I'm going to use my prosciutto to stuff it. So, those are the 3 items I'm going to use to stuff my zucchini flowers. So, let's get started with the stuffing. I'm just going to take out about 4, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 flowers, and I don't want to use this whole ball of mozzarella. That's quite a bit of mozzarella. So I'm just going to cut it in halves, and I'll stuff each one individually. And I'm going to sprinkle some of my feta cheese. I love me some feta cheese. I'm telling you, it's everything, you know. So just mix it up together so I have a combination of cheeses. And I'm going to take some of this extra olive oil with the herbs in it. And I'm just going to dump some on here and just mix it up a little bit. So when I'm stuffing it, you know, we got all that goodness inside of there. Yes. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So, I know I'm a clown. But now we're going to just take those halves that I have and we're going to wrap them up in the prosciutto. And then we are going to stuff our flowers. You know, so you kind of want to make sure that your hands are not as sticky because it makes it harder to open up some of the flowers. So just when you're stuffing them, you know, just be mindful about your hands getting too sticky or too oily, you know, while you're opening up some of the closed flowers. You know, so yeah, I'm just gonna stuff them. You know, they don't have to be pretty or cute on the inside when you stuff them and everything like that. So, and remember to be gentle with the flowers. You don't want to tear them while you're stuffing them and stuff like that. You want 1 or 2 good representations of beautiful plate. See how my hands got too sticky and I can't even open it up, and now the daggone flower is just all sogged up and stuff like that. So I just told y'all not to do it, and then I turn around and do it. Yeah, okay, so look, here's the batter mix. I'm testing the oil that I have in the pan, and I'm also showing you how to make fritters out of the batter mix so that your batter mix doesn't go to waste. So here, look, I got my oil hot enough. My fritters are forming with no problem. These are going to be nice and crispy. You can eat these all by themselves. It's almost like eating a crispy piece of chicken just without the meat. It's really delicious. I can't even describe to you, you know, with the mint and the garlic and the, you know, it's really good stuff, you know. So now that we gave our oil a little test run to let you know that it's getting hot enough for your flowers, yeah, let's get to frying those flowers. So I'm going to dip it twice. I'm going to dip it in the liquid, and then I'm going to dip it into the cereal for the crispy. And then we're going to add it to the pan. Look how it opened up. See? Look at that. As soon as I put it in there, it opened up. Don't worry about if it opens up. You know, that's fine, you know. And you're not going to cook these very long. You're not going to overcrowd the pan. You're just going to put this in here for about 2 minutes. A minute and a half on each side or so. You know, depending on how big your pan is, how much oil you put in there. You're just going to have to use good judgment. You know, so... yeah, these are going to be great. Awesomeness. Awesomeness. Yeah, so as far as the cereal, guys, I gotta take pictures for my other while I'm trying to do the recipe. I gotta take pictures for y'all so that I can incorporate them into this video. Oh, see, here we have it. Deliciousness on a plate. Later, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my